Today I have such an exciting video. Palantir stock has been on a huge run over the past few weeks. The stock is now up over to 100% since I made this video back in May, where I went through why the stock is such a huge opportunity and why I was loading up on Palantir stock. Palantir Technologies is also up about 50% since my video just 3 weeks ago, where I talked about catalysts that were about to drive the stock to new all-time highs. But the important question now is, can Palantir skyrocket from here? Can the rally continue? And can Palantir become the millionaire maker that we all believe it can be? In the past couple of weeks, we have had huge insider buying and selling, big news, and even bigger fluctuations in price targets. If you follow the stock, then you know just how much Palantir is growing. And there is one very important date coming up very soon that I will talk about later in this video. So you can decide if this is the right time to buy, sell, or hold Palantir stock. Stick around to discover how you can make the most of this pivotal moment in Palantir history. Now, we've got a lot to get through in this video, so I'll try to keep this short. But if you find any value in this, can I ask you to smash the like button? It literally costs you nothing, but it helps me out so much. I'm aiming to get 500 likes on this video, so help me achieve that goal. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on new content like this. I want to point out that I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice, so always do your own due diligence. We'll try to answer the big question later in this video, but for now, let's get straight into it. Understanding Palantir more than you might know. Palantir Technologies is a software company that builds some of the world's leading platforms for data-driven operations and decision-making. Palantir specializes in data analytics. Its software lets businesses capture and integrate data, develop and manage AI and machine learning models, and build applications that incorporate those data sets and models. These applications help workers make better decisions. Palantir develops long-term partnerships with organizations, working together to help them realize the value in their data and transform how they operate. The company provides solutions for many industries, such as automotive, cyber, financial compliance, law enforcement, and defense forces, among others. It serves private enterprises, public institutions, and non-profit organizations. Palantir is a fully global company with operations in North America, Europe, Asia, and the Middle East, and it is headquartered in the United States. Now, that's a very simple breakdown of what Palantir is and what they do. The emergence of AIP unlike anything we have seen in decades. Palantir recently debuted a new product called AIP, or Artificial Intelligence Platform, which brings support for large language models and generative AI to its existing software. Industry analysts have praised Palantir for its technology developments, ranking it as a leader in artificial intelligence, machine learning, and data science in many reports over the past 2 years. Looking at the recent investor presentation, Palantir reported encouraging financial results for Q3. The company beat analyst estimates with very strong results, and the stock has been on the rise ever since. U.S. commercial revenue grew 50% year over year, and total revenue grew 30% year over year. U.S. government revenue also grew by 40%, with existing customers spending more. Revenue increased to $726 million, and Palantir recorded GAAP EPS growth of 100% to 6 cents, along with adjusted EPS of 10 cents. The company also maintained a very strong Rule of 40 score, which is a very important metric for software-as-a-service companies. Importantly, Palantir recorded its 7th consecutive quarter of GAAP operating profitability and its 8th consecutive quarter of GAAP net income. In many ways, Q3 2024 was Palantir's best quarter to date. The company increased its income and customer count, across both government and commercial segments, in the US and internationally. Palantir signed 100 for new deals worth at least $1 million or more, and ended the quarter in its strongest position ever, with no debt and $4.6 billion in cash and cash equivalents. Q3 2024 was Palantir's best quarter, not just financially. Palantir was admitted to the S&P 500 in September, something I talked about for months. This came as a shock to many people and provided one of the biggest catalysts of the year for Palantir stock. Palantir also signed major deals, including a $100 million contract with the US Army, a deal with the Ukrainian government, and agreements with several public and private organizations. Since the last earnings report, Palantir stock has been skyrocketing. The next report will cover full year 2024 results. Management set Q for revenue expectations between $767 and $771 million, and raised full-year guidance again, estimating sales of approximately $2.8 billion. They expect free cash flow in excess of $1 billion, giving the company room to pursue acquisitions and invest heavily in growth. The Rule of 40 is a key metric that measures growth plus profitability, aiming for a combined score of at least 40%. Palantir recorded a Rule of 40 score of 68%, which is absolutely incredible. Both revenue growth and operating margins hit their highest levels ever, which helps explain why the stock has been soaring. Now, the big question: will Palantir continue to rise? Recently, billionaire investor Ray Dalio increased Bridgewater's stake in Palantir by more than 500%. Bridgewater opened 79 new positions and added to 260 existing stakes during the quarter. Dalio purchased hundreds of thousands of shares of Palantir, even as some billionaire investors have been selling. This shows just how divided opinions are on Palantir right now. There is also a major catalyst coming up. Palantir announced that it is moving its stock listing from the New York Stock Exchange to the NASDAQ, with shares expected to begin trading there on November 26th. Historically, companies that move to the NASDAQ often benefit from increased visibility, institutional buying, and potential inclusion in the NASDAQ Q100 index. Examples like Workday and PepsiCo show that while the initial move caused little reaction, both stocks rose significantly afterward. The NASDAQ is strongly associated with technology and innovation, and this move helps reinforce Palantir's image as a leading AI and technology company rather than just a government contractor. Some analysts believe this could increase institutional demand and potentially lead to inclusion in the NASDAQ-100. If that happens, buying pressure could increase significantly, much like when Palantir joined the S&P 500. Palantir stock is hovering around all-time highs, up more than 280% this year. The company's momentum, financial performance, and upcoming catalysts suggest there may still be room to run. However, investors should always be prepared for volatility. So what do you think? Is Palantir still a solid investment at the end of 2024? Or should we expect a pullback? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence. If you enjoyed this analysis, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.